Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Random British Dude, and today I've decided to start a series on mental health. I think that it's very important to have good mental health. It affects your entire life, and it is the biggest barrier to happiness. It's the biggest barrier to possibilities. Because with good mental health, you can have that strength, confidence to go forward into any path you wish to follow. But it doesn't need to be a barrier, okay? And that's the biggest thing. It's not a barrier if you have good mental health. It is your mind can be an asset. So we need to knock these barriers down and move you into a healthy place so that you can live your life to the fullest, to the best you can live. So this is part one of mental health. I will introduce myself and discuss my background and how I can advise you on how to be a happier person that makes the most out of your life. I make the most out of my days now. So basically, I've been through a rough time. I've lived in 16 different houses. When I was young, my mother moved around a lot. She was trying to find happiness too. It's not her fault at all. A lot of the times we feel like we need to make a change to make ourselves happier. But trouble follows you, right? Troubles do follow you, and that's how you can end up in that situation. Going forward, I got myself into very stressful situations where I had a lot of responsibility, and I started worrying too much about these responsibilities, and these responsibilities turned into anxieties, because what happens is every time you produce a stressful thought, you have this neuron. A neuron is a signal in your brain, and it varies in strength, you see. So if I have this thought once, it's just a tiny little blip, a tiny little neuron fires off. If I keep thinking and repeating that same stressful thought, this neuron grows and grows and grows until bang, you've hit this level in which that worried thought turns into actual fear, because the neuron is now strong enough to alert your brain that something seriously wrong is happening. So that's how anxiety develops. It's your thought processes, negative, incorrect thinking turning into fear. This can also be the same for depression. You think negatively. Your mind, the way you think, affects your body, and you release chemicals in your body. So if you think positively, you release endorphins. You get those happy feelings, that happiness. If you think negatively, you release stress hormones like adrenaline, neoadrenaline, and other lots of a mixture of nasty stuff. It's basically our primitive fight or flight kind of processes in our body. So now that you're in a situation where you've built up this negative thinking, to combat that, you need to do the opposite. You need to produce positive thoughts and to bring those neurons down, to de-elevate them, to calm yourself down and get yourself into a positive place. You can do that by changing your situation, but this, most importantly, is to make your mind healthy. It's like exercising your mind, like you exercise your body. A lot of us don't know this, but many people don't get taught or know how to think correctly. There's no course about it in school. There's no help and support to make sure you're thinking correctly through your life, which I think is a huge mistake on my mum. See, now here's a good example. My mum has lost her mother recently. Her mum passed away, and she keeps listening to sad music, as you can hear now. Look how sad that is. It gets you down, doesn't it? And my mother now will be starting to feel bad and getting teary, and this is what happens. So in the next video, we're going to talk about how you can improve your mental thinking and what you can do. So this is the introduction to the mental health series. I hope it's going to help you all. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in part 2. Thank you.